Hey guys, what's up? It's me, your favorite masked Redditor. And now I'm coming back to you with some more Reddit stories today. So hey, how you guys been? It's been a minute for me. I know it's been a few months. I just kind of do this for fun and stuff. I kind of got back into my writing career a little bit, and I've kind of hit a bit of a burnout phase on that in the last few months. I have that issue sometimes. But hey, we're gonna get back into some Reddit stories today. I figured it's been a few minutes, so why not we go back to the classics today? So what do you guys think about "Am I the Asshole"? Should we attempt to find some updates in these things? Because I'm pretty sure most of the ones I've picked, I haven't actually looked to see if there's updates. But we're definitely gonna go through, and we're definitely gonna go see if there's updates. And obviously, new mask. You guys like the new mask? I do. It kind of reminds me of like Spider-Man 1 Sam Raimi, like Peter's old like wrestling uniform, which I thought was really cool. And hey, I don't have fogged up fucking glasses half the time. So I can actually see, and I don't have to put on my goddamn I also realize you guys can now see that I don't really look at the camera too often. That's why I wear a mask. But yeah, so I don't look at the camera too often because I'm too busy trying to make sure the shot's perfect on the app that I'm using to record all this. So it looks a little funny, doesn't it? All right, so what do you guys say we kind of get into some Reddit stories? Figure today we'll make it a little bit more long. I know I used to do the whole 1 minute or the 20-minute videos with just one story, and we kind of give our thoughts on that. But I figure we'll do something a little bit better today. What do you guys think? I want to believe so. Damn. Okay, so let's figure this out today. Okay, so saved. Here we go. So I did get some "Am I the Assholes?" Okay. So let's see here. So let's do this one. So this one from "Am I the Asshole?" Normal "Am I the Asshole?" And it says, "Am I the asshole for not siding with my wife when our daughter got hurt?" Okay, so here we go. Last night, my daughter was playing with Legos before bedtime. Bedtime in the living room. This morning, when our daughter woke up, she walked onto the living room rug and suddenly began crying out, hopping on one foot. It was still early morning and we were all a bit groggy. Our daughter hopped to her mom looking for comfort. Instead of consoling her, my wife kept insisting she wasn't hurt, saying she just tripped on the rug. Our daughter kept saying she stepped on something, but my wife kept disregarding it. I was quiet about the situation until this point where I stood up for our daughter and said I think she did step on something because she was playing with Legos last night and the rug is thick. I looked at our daughter's foot and it was bleeding, so I cleaned it and put a band-aid on it, and then I put on a funny video of people stepping on Legos to cheer our kid up. And show her it happens to other people too. After this, my wife storms upstairs angrily. I wait a while to see if she comes back down. She comes back, but she doesn't. I decide to put our daughter in the tub and then go check on my wife. When I check on my wife, she is brooding and angry. I asked her what's wrong. She denied anything is wrong. I asked her why she stormed upstairs if nothing's the matter. She said I provoked our daughter to go against her. I told her all I was doing was acknowledging our daughter was hurt when she was denying it. She then said I should have never come upstairs and make her angry. I told her she was acting childish and the situation was about helping our daughter, not about her. We began arguing, our daughter watching now. Noticing this, I shut down the argument and took our daughter back to the bathroom to continue her bath and console her. Now I feel like I'm in the doghouse for no good reason. I understand my wife may feel like it's us against her and probably feels isolated. Personally, I feel in this situation she's being immature and self-absorbed. Am I the asshole? Info. Our daughter was using the potty when I went to check on my wife. She entered the tub when I was with her later. Okay, so let's take a look here. It's been a minute since I've done these, so I might be a little rusty. Let's get to 1, 2. The 1, 2. Oh, that looks awful. But just go with me now. Go with me. Give it to the 1-2, the 1-2. My arms are small. Okay. All right. So again, it's been a minute. So obviously, I'm gonna say not the asshole, but I'm not gonna sit here and look at you guys and say that maybe, because this feels a little weird, right? So you like obviously I have parents. I've been around my parents enough times that I don't think either of them brooded when the other went ahead and checked just to make sure. Like I understand being tired, I understand being sleepy, I understand a lot. But sometimes, it's okay to give a little the check. She did step on a Lego. She probably obviously, she should have cleaned up better. Like, I mean, I'm pretty sure that if this kid's old enough to be kind of walking around and doing some stuff, and I'm pretty sure like they're teaching her to at least clean up after herself. So she didn't clean up after herself. Back to the matter at hand. Not the asshole. I'm actually just gonna say not the asshole because I don't understand what's wrong with just coming to check up on her. My wife's for some reason she's upset, she's angry, she's doing all this shit, and then all of a sudden she's mad because I went to check on her, and then I told her why I did what I did. Like, come on. Like, in what world, fellas? In what world? Like, okay, moms out there, does it ever would you feel like maybe your authority was being questioned? Because that's my only way to discern, or to ascertain, or certain, or whatever fucking big word it is that just means to feel. Like that, like your role as a parent is being diminished in a way. Because that's the only way I can think. She feels some awful way that her role as a parent was being diminished. And her husband was being an ass, but I personally don't see it that way. This is just me, and like it just would be one of those things like, hey, listen, it turns out she did step on a Lego, her foot was bleeding, she was in pain. I understand. Next time, I mean, it should have been something where you look at your daughter and be like, well, next time we're going to make sure we clean up after ourselves completely, now won't we? And this way we won't do this again. This won't happen again. Just a reminder of that. Just a reminder to clean up after herself. But my big thing about this is why are you so upset? Why is she so like? That's the big thing. Like, she says she feels like they were ganging up against her, and my thought is, how does it seem like that? I'm honestly curious. Like, how does it seem like that? Because in all honesty, what this feels like to me, it doesn't feel like an isolated incident. This feels like there's something more going on, and maybe OP's not telling us why the fuck his wife is getting a little more pissy, because this doesn't seem like such a big deal where you look at the situation and say, hey, I'm upset because you did this. I wonder... Okay, as a dude, I guess technically I can relate to just wanting to state the obvious answer to this, which is like, I understand you're upset, but in all honesty, God, like, the way you're looking at it is stupid. In all honesty, I can understand. I could see that. I could see saying that. It's one of those things where I get frustrated personally when the obvious answer, because it takes me a minute to figure things out. So when I figure something out and the next person next to me doesn't, I feel frustrated because I know I'm slow on the uptake. Why are you slower than me? So I'm just going to sit here and say that, it's probably one of those things where, like, there's something more going on. There's something she's frustrated with that is outside of this incident, and this was just one of those things that made her feel more upset. But I'm still going to go with a not the asshole verdict just for the incident alone, as we don't know. I'll check for updates as we go through. But let's get to some of these comments, why don't we? Okay, so let's see here. So, Let's see. First comment with about 5.1K upvotes and an award says not the asshole. Nothing wrong about standing up for your child for what's right. That being said, have you thought about why your wife reacted this way? Has her behavior always been this way? If it has, then you must find the root cause of it, and if she requires any sort of help to take care of herself, then you must support her. ETA, your wife's way of bottling her emotions and then having an outburst is going to affect your daughter negatively. She will see mom bottling up her emotions and thinking it's okay to do so. Please let her know that this is not okay. Teach her that it is never okay to keep your feelings bottled up. Use this as an opportunity to teach her about sharing her feelings and emotion. ETA 2. Thank you for the awards and upvotes. I'm happy. Okay, so that's just them. Okay, so OP does respond to that. It says, thank you for the thoughtful response. This is the first outburst we've had in a while. My wife has always been an emotionally sensitive person, and I've noticed she has the tendency to victimize herself in tense situations. Okay. Emotionally sensitive tends to victimize herself. Again, this is something we're going off from him, but, I mean, if that is the case, then it's possible that she's just not a fan of anyone questioning her authority. Maybe she feels the idea, like, I hate doing these things because, women, the idea of women and men and the parenting ideas, I never want to put it because I never want to say one does more than the other. I don't care if you were pregnant and think that's awful and your husband should be there to support you, but when that child comes out, you both have equal footing at this point. You both have the hard job here. But I'm not so sure I like the idea of the way he's saying this. It's not something I'm a fan of hearing for the most part, So let's see real quick. Okay, so OP focused on his daughter's immediate needs while his wife made the issue about her feelings. It's not wrong to prioritize the injured child. Okay, let's go to... Okay, so next comment says, as you describe, I don't understand your wife either. I mean, your daughter was literally bleeding. I suppose I can understand if your wife was thinking that your daughter was flopping like a European footballer. It can happen that a kid tries to exaggerate being hurt for attention. However, when the blood has entered the scene, it kind of bears some attention. It feels like your wife realizes the mistake, but is doubling down to win. She's being an asshole, not the asshole. I did raise my eyebrow a bit at you leaving your daughter in the tub by herself, but then again, I don't know how old she is, so that could be just fine. OP responds, I wanted to keep things vague, but she is 5. We are teaching her a little independence about personal privacy, so she is able to bathe within limited supervision. Someone replies that, I understand your concern. We still supervise her, and we just keep the door cracked a little and watch from the outside. For context, she wasn't even in the tub yet when everything was happening. I just started to run the water. Okay. So now a lot of people are just kind of questioning up on the... I understand. 5... I don't know if I would leave a 5-year-old. I do understand what he's saying, though. He's trying to teach her some privacy and everything. I'm not a parent, so I don't like commenting on these situations. But, they're trying to teach her some independence. I'm just not a fan of maybe 6, 7. I mean, you got to start somewhere down the line. But I could definitely see being able to just, as long as you keep them I don't know. I'm not a parent. I hate commenting on those situations. So let's see here. Do we have an update? Oh, Whoa. Hey. Guys. Update. You guys can't see it, but update. The good news is I didn't have anything on the... Okay, let's see here. Okay, this was posted on Marriage. So this was posted on Marriage, the Marriage subreddit. It's the same thing as what we read before, but there are some different comments here. Um, let's see. Someone says, I personally have a rule where I console my children if they need it. I don't give a shit. They're children, and I want them to feel like their parents are a source of comfort, even for small things. This kind of thing I wouldn't even entertain. It really sounds. Someone else replies and says, it really sounds like she's emotionally immature. Guilt would be normal and healthy reaction to this situation. So, not an update. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Don't hurt me. I'm sorry. So sorry. Okay. Let's get on to the next one. I hate the way I just did that. Let's get on to the next one. Let's get on. Let's get on to the next story. Huh? Should we get on to the next story? Should we, you and me, get on to the next story? Yes, we should. So let's do it this way. So, but we're going to say for that one, not the asshole. If everything in that story is believed to be true, not the asshole. Okay. Ooh, here we go. A little bit of a juicy one here, fellas. I like the juicy ones. I can never find, okay, so I watch Smosh Reddit videos and I watch Two Hot Takes. And they're always able to find the most juicy videos out there. I can't for the life of me. I don't know why I can. I don't know why I can't. I just, or at least to me, they don't seem as juicy as the ones I listen to on there. And I try not to go through their descriptions to, like, rip them off, especially right after the videos were posted. Like, I may go through some, like, from, like, early last year, and then kind of go through and maybe reread them, because I kind of want to see what you guys think on my page. But let's hop into this one. So I'm already a big fan of the title here. Am I the asshole for telling my older brother he deserved to be dumped after he made fun of me for crying? Don't you just love family dynamics? They're just the best. Okay, so let's do it this way. All right. Hey Reddit, I'm a 15-year-old guy, and this week has been one of the hardest of my life. My dog Romeo passed away unexpectedly a few days ago. He wasn't just a dog. I should have put a trigger warning, pet death, and I apologize for that. Death of a pet. He wasn't just a dog. A lot of people get what I mean. He was my best friend and the closest thing to me since I was 3. Get me? I didn't think it would hit me this hard, but it did. Now here's the thing. My older brother, 20 male, is the stereotypical tough guy. Super popular, full of confidence, high school musicals type of shit. But he also has a bad habit of dismissing anything that doesn't fit into his worldview. We've never been that close, and he thinks I'm too sensitive. And I think he's a bit of an ass, but I genuinely thought he'd understand how much Romeo meant to me. I mean, even if he didn't care of Romeo, he could have at least respected that I did, right? You guessed it, he didn't. Yesterday, I was sitting in the living room, looking through old photos of Romeo on my phone, and to be honest, I was crying. I thought I was alone. Then my brother walked in, took one look at me, and started laughing menacingly. Literally, it sounded like Doflamingo from One Piece. Ooh, if you guys know who Doflamingo is, Doflamingo. I've never seen. So you guys know who Doflamingo is? I don't watch One Piece. I do watch anime. I just don't watch One Piece. That's a lot of episodes to go through. Maybe I do remember. I know I've read a bit of Doflamingo. I know I've read One Piece. I think I read all the way up to the prison arc. I don't know why. Either or, anyone who knows Doflamingo, someone should send me a PM showing me what the hell that looks like. Or maybe, hang on. Hang on. Let's see real quick. I hate to derail the story, but I gotta know how Doflamingo sounds like. So Doflamingo laugh. Oh no, that's not good. That's so not good. I I don't even know how to feel about that. That's such a dick thing to sound like too. I guess. Why would you? What? How? When? Where? Why? All right, let's continue on here, guys. I hope you guys heard that too. That was. I. That was. I don't know. Okay, so here I was. Okay. He said things like, "You're really crying over a dog," and "Man up, it's just an animal." I tried to ignore him at first and asked him to stop. That just seemed to make him more of an asshole. He kept going to saying things like, "What's next? You gonna hold a funeral for him?" And even pretended to cry in a mocking way. I don't know what changed in me, but I snapped. I was hurt, angry, just got so fed up with how shitty he was being. I remembered that not long ago, his girlfriend of 2 years had broken up with him. Ever since, he's been moping around the house, blasting sad breakup songs, and talking to anyone who will listen about how heartbroken he is. So I looked him in the eye and said, "At least my just an animal loved me. Your girlfriend clearly didn't love you the way she cheated on you. And at least my dog died loving me. Your girlfriend is still alive and didn't love you." Damn. My man threw the whole grill at him and said, "Get burned, bitch." Damn. We'll finish this and you guys hear my thoughts. He froze, completely silent, and then his face went red. He stormed out of the room without saying a word. Fast forward to later, my parents heard about what happened, thanks to him, of course, and told me I was out of line. They said I went too far, and that I should apologize because what I said was cruel. But here's the thing, I don't feel like I owe him an apology. He mocked me while I was grieving, dismissed my feelings, and only stopped when I hit him where it hurt. I know what I said was harsh, and I know it wasn't the nicest thing I could have said. But honestly, he started it. If he had just shown me a shred of emotion, or even left me alone, I wouldn't have gone there. Now my parents are pressuring me to make things right. But I don't see why I should have to apologize when he was the one who started being shitty first. Am I the asshole? Ugh. My man threw the whole grill at him, okay? He said, "Fuck your feelings." He said, "Fuck your feelings, dude." He said, he said, "Fuck your feelings, bro." Okay. Get wrecked, bitch. Yeah, get wrecked, son. I got no sympathy for you. The one thing I will say, OP, you dumb motherfucker. OP. You dumb motherfucker. I can tell already by this story, and this is just an assumption, but from what I'm hearing, OP let his brother take the narrative. Tell the narrative. Of course his parents are on his side. He probably didn't even mention what happened. And now that you're sitting there trying to defend yourself, Mom, Dad, now they're stuck in a place where they're like, okay, who the fuck do we believe? Somebody's not telling the truth. Right? Like, and I hate it when people are like, oh, they should know immediately. Like, are you a fucking mind reader? Can you tell intent right off the bat? Because I can't. I know I can't. I know I can't fucking tell intent right off the bat. But no, yeah, like, OP, like, why did you let your brother tell the narrative? You should have gotten in front of that shit, dude. Like, I understand it. I'm sorry for your dog. Romeo sounds awesome. I love Romeo already. Romeo fucking rock on. Rock star is who Romeo is, right? I just don't. No, you let your brother tell the narrative, and this is how that goes. People are quick to believe the first story that they hear. There are very few people. The minority are the ones who are like, okay, let me hear both sides before I immediately jump on this shit. For me personally, I like to hear both sides. It makes sounding like reading Reddit kind of dumb because I'm only usually getting one side, but no, we sorry, oh, fuck, but no, we're only hearing from this one side, and I do want to believe you. I do believe you when I hear that your brother did this to you. Like, that's not cool. That's not cool at all. No, like, your brother is an asshole. That you are not the asshole for saying what you said, but you are a dumbass for not jumping in front of this, because you know from the way your brother sounds, you could probably already tell. Like, you like, he tells everybody who will listen. Of course he will. He's still writing the narrative. He's still writing the narrative. Did she actually cheat? Did she actually cheat, or was it just a story he made up? Alright, let's get into these comment sections here. Because I'm kind of curious of what some of them say, and then we'll go look for updates. Oh, God. Guys, I'm so sorry. Ever since I laughed, I just want to... Fucking Doflamingo. Doflamingo kills every time. You heard? Okay. Not the asshole. Ask your parents where they are when he starts teasing you. Tell them no. Tell them no. A 20-year-old who makes fun of a sibling for crying over a pet is heartless. It also makes me wonder if he has a mental illness. He may be a psychopath or a sociopath. I suggest you stay away from him. He has some serious problems. I cried like a baby when my pet died. Tell your parents he's 20, not 2, and he needs to apologize. Go low contact with him when you move out of the house. Okay, here's where my thing against Redditors starts to come out. That's a psychopath or a sociopath. Now, I'm not again, this is why I said OP. You need to come out. You needed to come out first, and you needed to tell this story. Again, this is where I start to, and I'm not going to victim blame. I understand that, like, your brother is older, and sometimes you sit there and you're like, damn, I got to put up with this. I was not a good older brother growing up. No, like, I relentlessly bullied my brother to this day. Like, we're fine now. Better relationship than we've had in a long time. But it was never super great. So, and you know what? But I'll tell you this, my brother tattled on me more times than I could fucking count. The amount of trouble I got in. Maybe there's something going on here, because to ask the question of, like, where, you know what, because, to fucking teenagers, they don't need to be watched constantly. I still am not a fan of this commenter saying that he may be a psychopath or a sociopath. And, I can see a lot of people looking at me and being like, well, did you hear what he did? He might be. You want to bet that? Dude, calling somebody that, it's one of those things where it's like, oh, you have to fear this person now. Like, you have to fear this person because they are a danger not only to themselves but to other people on the street with that kind of behavior. I would ask my parents, did he tell you everything? Did he tell you everything? Did your parents tell you, did your parents fucking, did he tell your parents everything, you know? Like, that's a great way to ask, but if he did, then I would totally, I'd look at him and say, hey, where were you guys? Like he teases me, he bullies me every which way from Sunday. Why aren't you guys doing something about this? Like, at all? Like, why aren't you? But until I know for a fact that they didn't tell, the brother didn't lie, because he lied. He lied. I know for a fact he lied. Because I was that. I was the big brother. I did bully my brother. I was a dick. I was an asshole. I am the asshole. I'm not going to sit here and tell you otherwise. I'm not going to lie to you. But, like, so yeah, I know for a fact this dude lies. He lies. He had to have lied to them and not tell them. Because there's no way in hell, like, my dad, like, okay, so I went on a trip, 2 years ago. When sorry guys, I don't know where this cough is coming from. God, I should really quit cigarettes. Ciggies, they'll kill you. But like, I came home and I found out the family dog had died. I was living with my parents again at the time, due to having to move out of my last apartment. But no shit, my dad, strongest guy I know, big guy, fucking, he was a bouncer for years. He burst into tears. He's in tears. My little brother next to me, crying. Crying. It's sad. Why? Because that was the dog we loved. We all loved him. I mean, don't get me wrong, I called him stupid every which way from Sundays because he was a stupid dog, but I still loved that dog, guys. Like, I cared for that dog. Anything happened to that dog, and I was a wreck, you know? I'd be a wreck. Like, anyone who tried to hurt my dog, fucking get ready. I'm the only one who's allowed to call him stupid, you know? You know, it's only me and my family who's allowed, and everybody else could just get bent for the most part. So, like, I understand. It's fucking harsh, and it's hard. There's no way in hell having Romeo from the time that OP was 3 to now, which means somebody had to take care of that dog, guys. There's no way that his parents didn't form some sort of attachment to the dog. And that's why I think Redditors just don't take a minute to, like, look at those details. Sorry about that. Phone call, don't know where that came from. And yeah, I just don't think they're listening. Guys, I don't think they're listening. They should absolutely listen, but they're not going. If they didn't give a fuck about this dog for the 15 years he was on this planet with them, they're not going to give a shit now. But I still don't agree with the idea that maybe calling the brother a sociopath is going to be the best way to do this. But hey, let's go check the OP's account and let's see if maybe we got an update. I don't think we've got an update. Because I really want to know, did he tell? Was this the whole story? Guys? Hang on. Okay, hang on. Maybe this might not the asshole. Your brother FAFO. What the fuck does that mean? I'm not gonna look this up. I already looked up the Doflamingo laugh. He can dish it out, but he sure can't take it. Are your parents always like this? Does he whine to them and they take his side? Not really. They just try to keep the peace between us. They don't really pick sides. And then someone replies that, but they did pick sides. By demanding that you apologize, they have picked his side. I guess. Yeah, no, you're not wrong. I wonder. But again, this is where I'm saying this is a one-sided affair, where we don't know what the parents said to the older brother. You need to. Do they say he needs to apologize too? Like, what more do we need to know? But if that's the case and they only told OP to apologize, then yeah, they did in fact pick his side. I know the lighting's not great here. Like, it's just natural sunlight because I don't have my light on. But I hope that's not too off-putting for you guys. I wanted to give you a surreal effect of my face. The side of my face. The good side. This isn't actually the good side of my face, but yeah, no. So, it does sound to me like maybe the parents maybe need to set them. And look, and I understand, a lot of people are going to look at this and be like, oh, OP does not need... It's one of those things where, as a parent, in my opinion, and I did this a lot with my nephews, you sit them both down, you tell them both they need to get the fuck along, or they can both fucking sit in timeout, and you're done with this shit. You're done. You're not going to have them both fight each other. But, let's see here. I really did not. Guys, I did not put a lot of things in here. Okay. Alright, hang on real quick, fellas. Okay, so this is actually an older saved post, right? This is from 3 months ago. I had this saved for an upcoming video I was going to do, but I don't remember what the theme was going to be, but it is a part of the Am I the Assholes, which is going to be the theme of this video. It is back to Am I the Asshole. But this is from the AITAH subreddit. So, Am I the Asshole, but it's for like the shit that you guys know, like, hey, AITAH is always for the it's for more unrestricted posts. Like in the normal Am I the Asshole subreddit, there's a lot more rules and red tape that goes on there, where AITAH is more for people can go a little more wild and ask more, am I the asshole, for a more unsettling issue than normal. Kind of like I've got a little pimple right here now because of the mask. But yeah. But yeah. All right. Okay, guys. Let's go through this. So this one is a bit juicy, right? So this actually has 16K upvotes. This one says, "Am I the asshole for being upset that my husband of 8 years came out as gay, wants a divorce, and is trying to take everything, including our kids? Holy fuck! What?" Okay, let me read that again. Am I the asshole for being upset that my husband of 8 years came out as gay, wants a divorce, and is trying to take everything, including the kids? Guys, what the fuck? Why did I have this? Did I read this story before I said anything? Before I saved it? These stories are killing me. They're killing me, guys. Okay, so let's... Oh my god! I fucked the mask up. Hang on. I can't tell. Sometimes it's hard to tell with this thing. Mask malfunction! Mask malfunction! You know what? We're normally on this side, so we'll be fine. We'll be fucking fine. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Mask malfunction, guys. Mask fucking malfunction. Okay, I think we're good. We fixed the mask malfunction. Okay. So this will probably be our last story for the day, which I feel is good. We're at almost 40 minutes. So let's see here. Am I the asshole for being upset that my husband of 8 years came out as gay, wants a divorce, and is trying to take everything, including our kids? I just wanted to read it a third time just to make sure, like, this is what this sounds like. Okay, I, a 33 female, have been married to my husband, 34 male, for 8 years. And we have 2 beautiful children together, 6 female and 4 male. Up until up until recently, I thought we had a good marriage. We've had our ups and downs, but nothing had ever made me think he was unhappy or that our relationship was falling apart. A few months ago, my husband sat me down and told me that he's gay, and has only realized it. He said he needs to live his truth and wants a divorce. I was blindsided, and I never saw this coming. I feel like my entire world has been flipped upside down. I understand that this is a big moment for him, and I want to be supportive, but I'm also hurt, angry, and heartbroken. And here's where things get worse. Not only is he asking for a divorce, but he's also trying to take almost everything in the process. He's the main breadwinner in our family. And because of that, he's arguing that he should get most of our assets, including the house. We both contributed to our savings and household. But since his salary is high, he feels entitled to more. And if that wasn't enough, he's also filing for full custody of our kids. He says he's been a very involved father, which is true, but I'm just as involved, if not more. I've been the primary caregiver since they were born. Yes, I've struggled with anxiety and depression in the past, but I've worked hard to manage it and be there for our children. Now he's using that against me to try and take them away. I feel like he's not just ending our marriage, but he's ripping my entire family apart. I get that he's going through a lot, but I don't think it's fair that he's trying to take everything. Our home, our savings, and worst of all, our children. I feel like he's being selfish, trying to secure his future at the expense of mine and the kids. It's like I'm being punished for something I had no control over. He says I'm being unreasonable for not wanting to let him take the lead in the divorce, or for being upset about what he's asking for. He claims he's trying to be fair, but I can't help but feel like I'm being taken advantage of. So am I the asshole for being upset that my husband wants a divorce, is trying to take most of our assets, and is fighting for full custody of our kids? Or am I overreacting because I'm emotional right now? Okay. So we actually do have some updates to this. Okay, so I'm kind of curious if it was important. Do you guys feel it was important that she mentioned that he was gay? Because this seems more like okay, so maybe it's important in the idea of this is why they're getting a divorce, you know. Because I could see, yeah, I think that might be important. Because a lot of people might ask the question, hey, why are you guys getting divorced? All this stuff. I wish she went more in detail. And maybe not. Maybe this is a little more personal than we need to get into for the most part, right? But I kind of wish she went more in detail on what she meant by depression and anxiety, right? But then again, that might be, like I said, that might be a little more personal than we need to be. But let's see. We have some updates to this. Right now I'm going to say not the asshole. I don't think she's the asshole. If everything she said is to be believed. In all honesty, if that is to be believed, then this situation's pissing me off. Because I don't understand why he's trying to take the kids. I can understand. Listen, the house thing, everything else, that's between the both of them. They both need to come to agreement. The kids thing is where I start to be like, why are you signing trying to get full custody of the kids? Like, why isn't it split equal custody? Because even if one of you moves out, like, maybe this is me. He said he's trying to use her anxiety and depression against her. So that's why I kind of am curious why the fuck I really wish she went more into detail about what she meant by that. Because in all honesty, that's That's the part that's killing me right now. Because if this is true, then fuck this guy, right? He can, cool. They're getting divorced because he's not in love with her anymore. He's in love. He doesn't even, he's found a new part of himself. He's trying to figure that out. That's great. Go live your life, my guy. Do the best you can with it. That's all any of us can do. Live your life to the best you can. That's all any of us can do. I'm curious on why, though, you're trying to take the kids. Everything else, you know what, guys? It's unfortunate, but you know what? That shit's small potatoes compared to this. Very small. She said that he has a higher income. He's the main breadwinner. Okay. She didn't go into detail. You know what? I still, because this is why I'm thinking this is small potatoes. She's not stating she doesn't have enough money to put in for a new house. Just that she would not. So, listen, okay, whoops. The whole reason I had this thing here was to avoid this exact situation. So, why the fuck is he taking the kids? I know I've asked that question like 5 times at this point. And there's more to this story. And we're gonna get to the updates. So right now I'm gonna say not the asshole, if everything, but something's off about this post, and I don't know what it is. But something's off to me a little bit, that I don't understand why this is happening to the extent it's happening. Right. I like to go in believing every Reddit story. So I don't believe every Reddit story is real. I'm not stupid like that. But I do go into every Reddit story as though it is real, because otherwise, you can explain more than half of Reddit as these are all fake stories, right? You could do it. But that's not why you're here. You're here to listen to me give my opinion on the idea of what kind of story this is. Like, if this was real, what are my thoughts on it? And that's to say, this is fucking weird, and something's not right about this story. Okay, so first update. I'm receiving a lot of negative message from the Am I the Angel subreddit and in my inbox, so I won't be responding further to keep my situation problem. I just wanted to seek advice. Thank you to everyone who has offered guidance on what to do next. Update 2, for those asking, no, I'm not in the US. I live in the New Zealand. I won't be replying to comments as I'm here just to seek advice. If that makes me seem like a bot, so be it. I don't care. I already have enough on my plate. I'm currently in talks with a family attorney and a relationship property lawyer. And no, I'm not interested in hooking up, so please stop sending those messages. Thank you to everyone who has shared their personal experiences, and it's given me a lot of courage and confidence to stand up for myself. Someone, first comment, literally, lawyer up. Yeah, exactly. Like, if everything in here is to believe Detroit, lawyer. You need a lawyer. Because first off, none of this is right. Why is he taking everything else? Listen, money comes and it goes. Houses, they come and they go. As a guy who as a kid moved around from house to house to house to house to house, like, literally we never stayed in a house for longer than 2 years. We would go from place to place to place. That'll come and that'll go. Your kids are fucking forever. Why is he taking the kids? That's what I want to fucking know. Like, this is what is getting me right now. Why is he taking the kids? Why? I need to know. He's saying your depression and anxiety. It seems like it has to be more than that. Something about this just doesn't seem the fuck right. Like, how bad is your depression and anxiety? If it's just minimum, like maybe you have a moment, like you're not even around the kids, because obviously you don't want that to be around the kids, where you're spaced, right? You're spaced for like 5 minutes tops. 5 minutes tops, and they're not even home. The kids are probably at school, right? And the kids are probably at fucking school in my goddamn mask, and I'm trying to figure out how the fuck. Okay, there we go. And so I guys, I just don't. I don't know. I don't know. Like, that's so unfortunate. That is. It's fucking unfortunate. Why? Why is he taking the kids? Like, lawyer up. Yes, you need to lawyer up. You need to, because this, what it sounds like, this guy is absolutely on a path to make sure that he has everything from your guys' life. He wants to transition to this new step, but he wants all that comfortable shit that he's had forever, the shit he's comfortable with, his house, his car, his kids, all this shit, and he wants you just out. If this is true, what it sounds like to me, he's just trying to remove, like, he can't remove his kids. He loves, he loves his kids, but he's trying to get you the fuck out the way. And this is the easiest way to do it. Now, I just, lawyer up, listen to everything your fucking lawyer says. I would keep your texts open. Save all your text messages. Don't say anything stupid to him. But I need to know more. I need to know. We're gonna go into we're gonna go into some of these okay, so these comments. Okay, so someone says, not the asshole. OP, this is the best advice you're going to get. Get a lawyer who's capable of playing hardball. This goal isn't unreasonable, but since your husband is fighting dirty, you need someone capable of and willing to go toe-to-toe with him and his attorney for the marital assets and custody you deserve. As the saying goes, in divorce, never take advice from your enemy. As hard as that is, that's the lens you have to look at this divorce through, even as you work to create an amicable relationship after the divorce. P.S. He's gaslighting you about what he deserves. Learn to recognize the manipulation. Also, STD and STI screenings are necessary. He didn't just discover he's gay without doing some research. I'm sorry. Oh God, I didn't even think about that part. I would too. I would totally would. I would definitely maybe do. Like, if he did, I mean, God, I hope he didn't. I hope he didn't fucking sleep around. I hope he just looked at a dude and was like, hey, I've seen inside your soul. That was what my uncle did. I need to see. Oh no. Oh no. I think she may have gotten rid of her account. That or it's suspended. I think her account may be suspended. And unfortunately, my camera will freeze on me the moment I try to look anything up on the Wayback Machine. Because I just discovered the Wayback Machine. But no, guys, that was it. That was it for that. Back to the Am I the Assholes. That was so fucked up. Why? You know, I never understood this, like, this is the big thing for me. As a kid myself, I'm not a kid anymore. Why the fuck I thought that? But no, listen. As a kid growing up, I was big on the idea that my parents would share us or they would deal with a runaway child. You know, and as a kid, I always was, and then as an adult, I was always curious about, like, could I go to juvie if I decided to, like, fuck around and find out what the, violating a court or custody agreement was by fucking fighting my parents on them. Good news, my parents never married, so I never had to deal with that. But I was big on that, and unfortunately, these kids are too young to do anything like that. But I mean, I hate this. I hate what divorce is. Divorce is necessary. I do. I don't think divorce is unnecessary. There's no such thing as a broken home unless someone cheated or, you know, fucking, like, certain situations happen. I'm not going to really say what those... abuse situations. Okay, let's go with that. Abuse situations happen. Then you can classify the house as a broken home, right? but I wouldn't necessarily say that a divorce. Now, it might feel that way, but let me explain. Divorce is not that bad. And to anyone out there whose parents have been divorced and they're happy now, and maybe you weren't okay with it at first, like, or maybe you're still not okay with the fact your parents are divorced, but if they're happy now, then that's what needed to happen. That's what needed to happen. Like, you can't just say it didn't need to happen. Because they weren't happy together, they needed to be apart. And that's what this is. He's found a new part of himself, a new chapter of himself that he's found. So he needs to explore that, because there's no way he will remain happy in this relationship with his wife, with his current or his soon to be ex-wife. It's not going to happen. There's no way it's going to happen that way. But the way he's handling it, again, if her story is to be believed, the way he's fucking handling this shit is not okay. No. This is the kind of shit I always worried about as a kid. Like, I'm getting dragged away from one parent by another parent because you just don't feel comfortable. Fuck you, dude. Fuck you. You basically are going to you're going to brainwash this kid into thinking, oh, mom was fucking crazy. Oh, crap, mom is crazy. Don't get me wrong, my mom is crazy. But, and I still see her every day, and my parents are still together. Mom's crazy. Oh, no. That's why Dad saved us. No, instead, Dad was like, I need her out of the picture so my new life, can come to fruition. This is what that sounds like. Like, that's what it sounds like to me, based on everything I just read. So, guys, none of this is good. None of it is. It's not okay. I don't think we should think any of this part is okay. I think that hopefully her lawyer is a kick-ass. I hope to God her lawyer is a kick-ass lawyer. If I had more, you know what, I'll represent. Your Honor, this dude is a prick, and I demand that he be not allowed shorts. I don't know what that was supposed to do. But, Your Honor, he's a dick, and she should get custody of her children. Yup. Thank you. Lawyer in the works. Yes, masked lawyer. I don't show face to judges. I have a lot of things to hide. No. But yeah, guys, hopefully her lawyer's a kick-ass lawyer. I hope to God it is. But that was it, guys. That was our stories today. Reddit. So thanks for coming back. Thanks for viewing whatever the fuck I just said. And hell, even if you didn't leave a like or you don't comment, thanks for at least skimming. Thanks for putting the skibbity pap. The old skibbity pap into the video. So, guys, I've been your master. Oh, whoops. Hey, so I just watched a video from a YouTuber I've been watching since I was young, and she put out a very good point. She and her podcast partner put out a very good point. I feel like I'm limiting myself by only posting on YouTube. I'm still gonna post on YouTube. I think I might stream this on Twitch. See if you guys wanna. If you guys have that, and I'm gonna eventually put a link in the channel to my Twitch. Because I got to make a whole new Twitch at this point because I'm not gonna use my gaming stuff. I do Twitch stream on gaming stuff, and I will definitely start putting that stuff on there, and we'll definitely go through that. But hey, I want to thanks everybody again for watching. I've been your Mass Redditor, and thanks for going through these stories with me. See ya.